Welcome back, guys, to another episode of A Hustler's Mindset. We're sorry we didn't record last week, but with the holidays, Adam moving into his new place, we're finally back here, and we'll be every week. We'll be promising an episode, at least one, for you guys to watch and learn from. Adam, today I think we're going to talk about using your credit, utilizing your credit for building e-commerce businesses or just a business in general. E-commerce is just basically a more elaborate term for saying an online business, but there's a lot of things I learned along my past couple of years to how to utilize my credit for building this business and the other ones I've been building, you as well. And I think this is a good podcast to kick off this week with to educate people on, because a lot of people don't have their 9-to-5 jobs anymore and probably are looking to maybe do something online. And I think not that it's like recession proof and lockdown proof, but you have a better chance of making money online than you do obviously having a retail store or a gym or something like that. So where do you want to start? Is there something specifically you want to start off talking about? And
No, I mean, yeah, first off, huge response again from the second episode, right? So I know we had an influx of questions that poured into my DMs. I'm sure yours as well, regarding certain topics that we covered last episode. Just to touch base, we spoke a lot about little tips and tricks to increase your credit score if you had little to no credit, right? So we spoke about kickoff. We spoke about my jeweler's club. I know you got a lot of messages about people that were implementing it and saw just to be an increase in their own score by following, our simple directions. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, massive influx. It's crazy because a lot of people never heard of these little tricks, and they've probably been sitting there with shitty credit for God knows how long and not knowing what to do.
Yeah,
and just literally just doing these couple little things will shoot them up dramatically, and then make them able to apply even for a credit card and able to get approved and just start moving forward from there. And just be able to have the opportunity to start building their credit again. A lot of people think it's over. Like they don't realize that you can always fix your credit.
Yeah.
And it's never a dead end.
That's where it starts. Everybody has to start somewhere. Nobody was born with a perfect credit score, right?
Yeah.
Everybody starts with no credit, and then it's your job to build it responsibly, or like majority of us, you fuck it up as you get older in high school and college, and then you learn from your mistakes and you fix it moving forward. So that's what we've been doing. We've been repairing credit from people who have, went a separate path just because they didn't know any better, not because it was done purposely. I can tell you 90% of clients that we see on a daily basis that we're fixing their credit is because nothing was done intentional, right? Yeah. It's just they didn't know any better. Nobody taught them as they were growing up. So I know for sure my kids, once they hit 18, they're going to get the whole rundown.
They're getting the rundown.
Credit. Yeah. Ain't nobody in my family going to have less than a 700 credit score, believe that. But it all starts somewhere.
Yeah. I think like anything in life, the best lessons come with problem solving, and and then obviously you have good people in your corner that are able to teach you how to do things the right way. Like, listen, I went through the ringer with hiring, and I talked about that before, hiring different agencies and companies to help me rebuild my credit. And there's a lot of things I picked up from them that did work, but there's also a shitload of things that did not work. And in the end, obviously, they didn't do much for me. But that's the thing. Like, you're going to learn a little bit along the way. You're not going to learn everything from us, but you're going to pick up a couple of things that you could apply that maybe you don't know about, and keep learning as we keep releasing information. But always keep your eyes and ears open. Like, I'm still learning to this day. Adam still learns to this day. There's people you meet that network that have contacts and connections to do things. And credit's a lot of fun once you get into it and you really learn it and learn the specifics of it and learn how it can really benefit your life from a day-to-day basis. And then obviously building businesses. Everyone just thinks, oh, it's credit card. Like, you have to get out of that mindset that it's just a credit card to go buy things that you enjoy on. It's way more than that. And you can take advantage of it to really go after that dream you have, possibly open that business you always wanted to open, and not have to leverage your own cash in your bank account or in your safe to go take this opportunity into a business. You can leverage it with credit. And that's what I really want to focus on, because I think a lot of people might be sitting home right now. Maybe they lost their job and here's the opportunity. They have the time to do it now. Maybe they're home working from home and they have the opportunity now to open this business. They don't know where to start. So I think, educating them on how to use their credit to their advantage is going to be a really good topic to talk about for them. So
Yeah, for sure. So that's why we kind of are branching our way into this episode following what we presented for episode 2. So the little tips and tricks that we gave you to build your credit by forming positive payment history, right, with your credit through kickoff and through listing positive lines and substantial lines of credit with My Jewelers Club, right? There's also the secured credit cards that we spoke about. But moving forward, right? Let's reach out to the people who may already have good credit or have already rebuilt their credit to the 700, 720, 750. And at the end of this episode, right, I'm going to drop a very important piece of information for anybody that qualifies. We've been getting individuals' personal and business credit funded up to $10 million as long as you qualify.
Jeez.
So there's a reason why we push good credit or rebuilding your bad credit so you could take advantage of these opportunities. I myself taken advantage of plenty of business loans, 0% interest loans. I've funded probably well over a dozen clients that we've helped fix their credit. And then once they became qualifiable, they got funded through our funding manager. And I could, have people reach out to us all day long. We'll get them through. But again, you have to qualify. You're not going to get somebody, tens of thousands of dollars with a 600 credit score. It's not going to happen. Right. So we're going to talk.
You want to start out with the first topic? Do you have something you want to talk about first?
No, I was just going to kind of roll.
I think the first thing we could talk about is how credit can give you the flexibility in order to start the business. I mean, very simple. If you don't have them, let's say you have enough money to maybe buy lease the brick and mortar store, but you don't have the capital to fund buying, the products you want to sell, or funding, getting employees or whatever the case may be. Your e-commerce store and your credit can fund that. I mean, your credit could get you a loan, a flexible loan that's probably 0%, get you a credit line, go to your local banks, credit unions, or like, me and Adam have other solutions you guys can use in order to use your credit to get that available capital to be able to fund, let's say in my business, buying supplements. Maybe you don't have $50K to drop, or maybe you don't want to risk your $50K. You apply for a credit line or a business credit loan, or using a credit card, or whatever the case may be. That is the safest way, and to take this risk if you want to build a business, if you're a little unsure of if it's going to work or not, or you need time to be able to, build the business over the next 6 months. I highly suggest don't using your hard cash to open a business and start a new business.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to talk about the difference of leveraging personal credit with business credit, and the positives of leveraging your business over personal. I know you and I spoke about it since launching, the few e-commerce stores that we have together, right? So, let's jump into how I really took advantage a couple of years ago when I first fixed my credit, and we spoke about how I got into it in our intro episode, right? I first got into fixing my credit, and then once I saw the results, that's when I started investing in my own business and helping others. But at the same time, I've also invested in many e-commerce opportunities. Okay. I know you mentioned it when we first started. E-commerce is just the business of selling online. And
Yep.
where we're at currently in our economy, everything is going to be online
Yep.
if it's not already.
Yep.
So you see these small mom and pop brick and mortar stores, everything is e-commerce today. Even Black Friday, all these big box stores like Best Buy and Target, they weren't open on Black Friday because they couldn't accommodate the traffic, right? That was coming into their
They were
store.
down. They said they were down like 50% or something crazy.
And their online sales skyrocketed.
Yep. Yep.
So what are the two major platforms for e-commerce shopping? You know what the answer to that is?
You tell me.
You already know that. Amazon and Walmart, right? Amazon and
Yep.
Walmart are the two e-commerce giants.
Yep.
Well over 50% of online shopping. Now think about this. Okay. You can usually any big business has a website and you can shop on that website, right?
Yep.
Anything. I'm talking about Home Depot, Lowe's, Dick's, right? Everybody has a website you can shop on. The two biggest marketplaces for e-commerce is Amazon and Walmart.
Yep.
Over 50% of online shopping is done on these two platforms. That's crazy,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Wild.
Over 50%. So think about that and think about anybody that is either has a private label product that they're selling, somebody in your situation, right? You could
Yep.
put it on Shopify and having to run Facebook ads and getting your Facebook ads shut down left and right every day and tweaking something just for it to get shut back down again. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of successful people who've made it big with Shopify. I tried Shopify myself a couple of years ago. I've invested a lot of money in Shopify. I was paying, I don't even know if I told you this, I was paying $1,000 a day in Facebook ads.
Oh, shit.
For products that I was drop shipping from China.
Yeah.
Lost a
Yeah,
lot of money.
you're not getting the eyeballs like you would on the other stores.
But not only that, the beautiful thing with Amazon and Walmart, because they're so big, you don't have to drive your own traffic.
Nope.
They drive itself.
Yeah. They're their own machines as it is.
They're their own machines.
Yeah.
So any smart person, any smart business person say, hey, these two platforms are generating their own traffic source.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's time for me to get involved, right? Because the likelihood of your product being seen on one of these two marketplaces is very high.
Yep.
Right? And
absolutely.
I know you know firsthand.
You're hitting worldwide. You're not hitting, your state or your local people. You're hitting everybody. So
everybody.
Yep.
So how I got into Amazon was I was presented with this opportunity. It's called Amazon automation, right? And what Amazon automation means is there's a company that runs your store for you automatedly, right? Completely passive income. What that means, if nobody really understands the word passive, that means you're generating income for yourself without working.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a video recently with 50 Cent. He's like, I didn't really start, really making money until I learned how to make money without having to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he was talking about when he was acting in Power, right? When he's like, if I wasn't in the show, I wasn't getting paid.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until he found out that he could direct the show, right? And not have to be in the show, that he'd still get paid.
Yep.
So there's plenty of people everybody has, either their own business or a 9-to-5, right? But there's many individuals who have substantial amount of money saved that's sitting in the bank that's bringing them zero to minimal return, right?
Yep.
So this term Amazon automation, how it was presented to me was, he said, at the time it was $20,000, I believe, when I got into it. He said, if you have $20,000 sitting in the bank, why don't you invest it into Amazon? Your return is going to be far greater than any savings account, any money market account, right? Even stocks,
Yeah.
So way better. So I gave it a try. It's a very slow process, as with any business, right? But about a year goes by, and the store takes off, right? I was grossing over $100,000 a month in gross revenue sales, where my profit margins were 20%.
Right.
But what they were doing was they was leveraging my credit to scale the business.
Yep.
Right. So I got paid out biweekly via direct deposit from Amazon. But the orders that I do today, say I did 10,000 in gross revenue today, I needed to put that on a credit card.
Yep.
So for individuals who might have the $20,000 to invest into this Amazon automation program, but they don't have the credit to scale their business.
Yep.
And that could be used across the board, not just Amazon automation. We're just giving you an example.
Yep.
But if you don't have credit to fulfill these orders, how are they going to scale?
Yep. That's most. I mean, if you ever watch like Shark Tank and stuff, they go to the Shark Tank because they need an investor to be able to scale their business because they don't have the equity to be able to buy. Maybe it's a hot item. They don't have enough money to buy $500,000 worth of capital product, and they can't do it. So that's why they go on that show to look for an investor, aka Shark, in order to be their credit line. And then they got to get banged out. You see the show, 20%, 25%, 33%,
right?
Just to get a loan to be able to buy product to sell it.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, their store is already making money. They just need the money to buy the product. So
that's it. It's just a cash flow issue.
This is the same situation he's talking about with Amazon, where if you have the credit, you can scale the store as far as you want, and you can scale any business as far as you want. But most people don't have the credit to do it, and that's the biggest issue. They have to wait to actually sell the product, get the money, and then they can't even keep up with it because now there's this delay in time where you're not capitalizing on the sales because you don't have enough capital to be able to keep rebuying products. So that's the biggest issue with most businesses and why most businesses fail in the beginning. They do very well the first 4 to 6 months, and then they shit the bed because they can't keep up with the demand, and then people go elsewhere to buy it. Because nowadays there's multiple people doing exactly what you're doing. So
it's just a cash flow issue. And if you don't have, why should you use your own money to scale your business?
Yeah, it's insane.
It doesn't make any sense. So having substantial credit, and now where business credit plays a huge role in scaling a business like this. And I'm going to tell you why. What a lot of people don't realize is personal credit reports to your credit. I mean, it makes sense, right? So what that does is it reports your utilization rate. So if your revenue is $100K a month, and say your cost of goods, your COGS, right, is maybe $70,000 a month, right? Or say 100. Make it easy. Say it's $100,000 a month in cost of goods. Now you're putting maybe your wholesale cost of $70,000 on credit.
Yep.
Your utilization rate is going to go through the roof. And then what happens once your utilization increases?
That's it.
Your score goes down.
Yep.
Right. So as your utilization increases, like right, you have a $10,000 credit limit on one of your cards. If you racked up and went shopping, right, for your fiance for Christmas and bought a $9,000 pair of shoes, right, or a $9,000 bag, what's going to happen to your credit score?
Well, once the cycling billing date comes,
once it reports, what's going to happen to your credit score?
Drops dramatically.
Because utilization makes up 35% of your credit score.
Yeah,
that's almost half.
Yep. People don't even look at that though, and then they swipe that $9,000 on a $10,000 credit card, and then they make the minimum payment, and then they're fucked.
Right. So she's happy she got a $9,000 pair of shoes, and you're mad because now you got a 500 credit score.
Yep. And that's it. You're done.
And that's it. So now you, unless you have the the 9,000 to repay back off that balance to put the next payment. But many times 9 out of 10 people, they don't, and they're paying minimum payments. And now that's how you accrue debt. That's how you accrue credit card debt. You're paying $25, $50, $100 a month on $9,000 at 25% interest a month. When do you think you're going to pay off that balance?
Yeah.
Maybe 2023? That sounds good, right? Yeah. That sounds good. Yeah. So utilizing business credit cards, they don't report to your personal credit.
Yep.
Doesn't
So
show your, doesn't report your utilization.
it goes to your tax ID number, correct? Is that what they use?
It reports to your business credit, correct? So it helps build your business side, right? Your relationship with your LLC or whatever type of corporation you formed under that EIN.
Yep.
But it doesn't report your utilization. So that's why I strongly suggested, like when we first were talking about scaling your e-commerce business, right?
Yep.
What were the first 2 cards I had you apply for?
The Amexes.
The Amex, Gold and Platinum Business.
Yep.
Do they report to your personal credit?
No.
No, because they're business credit cards.
Yep.
But that Chase card that I had you apply for, the
Sapphire.
the Sapphire, that reports, right?
Yep.
That's a personal credit card.
Yep.
So there's a lot of really good business credit cards out there that banks will give you high credit limits with. There's even some that are 0% interest for 12 months. I know just off the top of my head that Chase, the one I was telling you about, the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card.
Yep.
That gives you 0% interest for 12 months.
Yep. That's a great.
You gotta be dumb not to want to use that to leverage your business.
Yep.
Because even if you invest, say you get approved for $20,000 on this card, right? I think I have a $15,000 limit on mine. I got approved for about 2 years ago. Say you wanted to use that to start a business, right? So you had an idea in your head, say, hey, I have $20,000 to play with. I just got approved for this new credit card. I got to buy supplies for whatever business I want to start.
Yep.
Let's say worst case scenario, that business fails. What's worst case? Now you just got to pay minimum payments on that $20,000. At least you know it's never going to report to your credit.
Right.
So you're paying what, maybe $50 a month?
Yep.
It's 0% interest. What do you got to lose?
So you get off the ground and then you can worry about it.
What do you got to lose? So if that business fails, at least you have cushion. You're not, pressured to pay off the entire balance because it's hurting your credit. Yep. And not only that, you're not getting hit with 25% interest every month. It's zero.
The number one thing I hate is that cliche thing that everyone says, "Oh, I don't want to put on my credit. Oh, I'm so scared." And I'm like, listen, I've never gotten or ever understood that statement when people say they're scared to use their credit cards.
Yeah, they don't know any better. They're just ignorant when it comes to credit. They think using credit is going to drop their credit score. That's not the case.
No, it's everyone's very uneducated on it. And I'm not making fun of it, but I just mean in a general statement, you can't be afraid to use this stuff, guys. I mean, there are tools for you to literally, they're sitting there for you to be able to expand and better your life and business. It's not doing it for shopping sprees, obviously you can, don't get me wrong, but like these things should be utilized in a lot of different ways that I don't think the normal average Joe thinks about. They don't even think about it. Like no one I know talks about using their credit, like obviously within a degree of people I know, but like, well, how do you, I think people don't understand, like, how do you think these multi-millionaires and very successful people have like 20 businesses, 30 businesses? You think they're running all those businesses every day? No, it's passive income businesses, that they're self-automation. I mean, they're no one's sitting there managing 30 businesses a day. You got to be crazy. That's not how it works. If you look at like Mark, what's his name?
Cuban?
Cuban. If you go to his website and look at his profile, his business profile, it's insane. He owns like 70 businesses. Like, you think he sits there and runs those every day? No,
of course not. That's you got to make your money work for you.
And they utilizes all that. So
you got to make your money work for you. That's the only way you're going to duplicate the existing money that you have. Money sitting in the bank is not doing nothing for you. Money sitting in investments, now it's working for you, creating more income for you, so you can reinvest that money into something else.
Yeah,
it's really not a hard concept. People just don't understand it. How do you create more wealth?
Yeah,
you invest. That investment pays off, and you put it into multiple other investments. You know why? Because not everything that you invest in is going to work out.
No.
Everybody wants a guarantee in life. There is no guarantee. I can tell you I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in investments that I thought were going to pan out.
You should talk about your recent one if you want.
Yeah, so they didn't. So recently, this is the most freshest stupid mistake that I made.
So it wasn't your fault, though. So
no, it wasn't my fault.
It just so happened I asked you about it.
Right. So there's, we could talk a little bit about a few investments that I'm in right now, and we could, refresh them in the coming shows as they provide results, right? Because they're still fairly new, a few of them. So
yeah.
I know we were talking about one of them with trucking, and we're trying to launch within the next month or so, probably beginning of 2021. We're going to be launching a trucking automation company, basically where we're going to have investors come in and invest in trucks, and it's ran for you. We take care of the hiring, the firing of the drivers, the salary of the drivers, the fuel costs of the trucks, the lease payments of the trucks, and you get paid out. We split it 50-50.
Yep.
But trucking and logistics is going to be huge in 2021 because of all the online shopping. Where do you think those orders go from A to Z, from the warehouse to the supplier, back to the retailer?
Now, if you look at FedEx right now and USPS, they're not even taking new accounts. Did you see that?
Yeah. they're
so backed up right now.
They're so backed up. It's because of the holidays. I'm sure they'll start.
No, but I'm saying like everybody's shipping stuff. So trucking is never going to go anywhere. That's a bulletproof industry.
I moved down here to Boca, right? And we went into it was like 3 or 4 different furniture stores because we had to buy all the furniture.
Yeah.
Every place we went into, the earliest delivery date they said was January or February.
Jesus Christ!
I still haven't gotten my mattress yet. I've been sleeping in the guest room.
That's crazy.
Still haven't gotten a couch. I had to go buy a couch from IKEA to put it together.
Oh, just to have something.
Just to have a couch for the living room.
That's so annoying.
So everything is backed up, and they'll tell you the excuses because all their drivers have COVID and this and that.
Yeah.
Really, everyone.
We'll talk. Everyone has it. Everybody. Talk about this recent issue that happened. Not issue, but whatever.
Right. So I'm the king of automation, right? So when I got this opportunity brought to me on trading, I love trading. I love trading stocks. I love trading options, but I didn't know anything about Forex. So I was presented this opportunity of trading Forex where it's done for you. Trading Forex for you on a daily basis, right? On the Forex, market, utilizing, MetaTrader 4, if anybody's familiar with Forex. And it was going really well. It was slow, but the returns were decent. I was maybe profiting. So I started, the minimum investment was $10,000, right? I started to see a little bit of return. I think I put another $10,000 in. I was profiting maybe about $100 a day. Okay, not bad.
No.
Then I put another $10,000 in. So now I'm around 30. All right.
Right.
That I've invested in my own money. Then, so what this, before I go any further, what the model of this is it's trading for you, utilizing an algorithm based on the market. So it's not like somebody sitting there behind a computer, like trading, for you. It's basically a software, which is pretty cool. Yep. If it worked. If it worked, it's pretty cool.
Yep.
And it was working. And he wanted to implement something new where he, I'm not going to go into the person's name because that's not fair, right? It's not. But this person who has a lot of success in trading Forex and crypto, he wanted to implement trading gold, right? Trading gold along with, the currency. It was going really well. Like it increased my profit, my daily profits, like insane. I went from making like $75 to $100 a day profit to $1,000 a day profit.
Now was in your pocket after his fees and everything, or no?
No. So what he does is he takes 40% of your monthly net, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if like I profited, say, 10,000 or 5,000 for the month, he would take 40% of that, right?
Okay.
So he started implementing this new algorithm trading gold, and it was going really well for the first few days. It was one day was like 500, one day was 750, one day was 1,000, the next day was like 400, but it was way more than I was making without it.
Right.
It was going really well. So I remember this clues. Actually, like the day I was driving, I was driving to quit my I don't know if we spoke about this, but I was driving to quit my job as correction officer.
Right. Yeah.
As I was driving, I'm looking at my trades and they're all red.
Negatives.
Negative, like thousands of every trade was negative at least like $2,000, and I was in multiple trades.
Right.
So I was like, oh, well, I don't know what direction he's trying to go with this. He didn't close them out, so I didn't technically like lose that money yet. I was waiting for the market to reverse. It was going in a weird trend, right? But for whatever reason, every single trade that was negative, he closed out of.
Right.
And literally, I watched it on my phone as I was driving, trying not to crash. But within like 30 seconds, I lost like $18,000.
Jesus Christ. So that was like all your profits.
And then some, because, I put in $30,000 myself.
Jesus Christ.
I probably made it profited like maybe, I don't know, at least 5, 10.
Yeah.
So within a matter of seconds, I lost way over, $18,000. Crazy.
That wasn't really, well, I mean, it was a user error essentially because it was his fault, but it was just the software, right?
Yeah, it was a software, but you got to imagine he's sitting here watching it on his computer. Like he could have.
Yeah, he couldn't stop it though, I guess.
Yeah, he said, he made a post about it. He said this was the worst trading day in my history of trading.
Do you believe him?
I mean, yeah, it was pretty bad. What happened was he blew like 60% of everybody's accounts. So everybody's account got blown by 60%.
What does he do at that point then? Everyone's just fucked. It's not his liability.
Yeah, everyone's you're taking now we go back to this, you're taking a risk at the end of the day.
Do you think it's literally what happened, or do you think it's I always have a conspiracy about everything. I'm like, do you think?
I mean, it's not like the money went into his pocket, so it's not like he was benefiting from us losing.
Yeah, I can't really go into it.
He only made money when we made money, right? Just like all the business that I run, all my automation companies, I only profit until you start profiting. I don't profit any money on the front end. Yeah. When you start profiting, we're going to invoice you. We're going to invoice you for a percentage of your net profits.
Yeah.
So when you make money, our company makes money. That's it. So it was kind of like the same. It was kind of like the same model.
Have you talked to other people that have had that problem or ever?
No, but I mean, my account was peanuts compared. I know for a fact he was managing over $30 million worth of accounts. So some accounts had multiple six figures in. I'm talking about almost probably 7, if not over 7 figures per account. So imagine blowing $400,000 or $500,000 in a matter of seconds for somebody.
Christ, that's fucked.
Yeah. So he's.
Now, it's literally the same day I asked you if I should do it.
I was telling everybody about it because like, yo, this is way too good to be true. So you're telling me the more money that I put in, the more money I'm going to make every day?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. So every time I get an extra $10,000 in my account, why would I put it in my bank account? Just put it in the MetaTrader, put it in Forex, right? Put it in Forex. And then I pulled all my money. Remember I was telling you I had a lot of money in Bitcoin. Pulled all my money out of Bitcoin, pulled all my money out of XRP, pulled all my money out of Chainlink. all these coins I'd be posting about that I was making money with, I pulled them all out, created more cash flow, and put it into Forex.
Yeah.
And lost it. But that was a live and learn. I've lost a lot more money in other things prior. Like I said, I've lost well over 6 figures just in the last couple of years of investing. But you live and you learn, and I'm sure I'm going to lose a lot more money. The key is just to make more than you lose, right? So
just come out of the plus.
You live and you learn. Not everybody's going to hit home runs every time they come out swinging.
Mm.
It's how you get back up after that loss. That's all.
Do you think there is like, would you advise someone to go into forex, or are you totally tainted now after that
No,
experience?
I'm not tainted with forex. I think forex is great. I like being more in control with something like that, though. I wish I knew how to trade forex. I wish I knew how to read charts. I just never don't really have time to learn.
There's a lot of
I
it.
taught myself how to trade options, stock options. That took a while, a good 3 months of me really just watching videos and
Yeah,
joining groups and things like that. But um, so I'm slowly, getting back into trading a little bit more now that I have time. Now that I'm set up here in my home office, in my office down in South Florida. So um, I don't know. It's just something I like to be a little more control of. But I have nothing against forex itself. No.
yeah, yeah. I really like the crypto area right now, but
Yeah. Yeah,
it's still,
you had me invest like 20 grand into XRP yesterday. So we'll see what
yeah,
happens.
XRP. Listen, I facilitate my information to you from my expert. So, and he's the one that taught me now since last year. I've learned so much from him
Yeah.
because I didn't understand crypto at all. I'm like, I don't get how this could be the future of stuff. But now, knowing with the way other countries operate, like China, Asia, all that area over there, how everything is a cryptocurrency. They don't even have cash, and like the
Right.
way their society is, there's no reason why we wouldn't be going in that direction as well. So, and the growth that I've seen in every crypto that he had me invest in, like Ethereum, just regular Bitcoin, and a bunch of other ones I did like small trades on over the last 12 months, have all been in the positive. So there's really no reason why I can't trust this kid's track record and his information, and all this stuff. All the literature he has me read is spot on.
What is he saying? Maybe this might benefit others too. What is he saying
Listen,
specifically
I
with
bought
XRP?
Bitcoin last year for $3,000 a coin. Okay,
Yeah.
now it's at 24,000 a coin. Okay, um, I bought a lot too at 3,000, like a lot. I'm well into the six figures now with Bitcoin,
Mhm.
and listen, it's almost unbelievable what it's turned into. And the experts that he listens to, his experts, the ones that advise him, they think Bitcoin's going to hit anywhere between $100,000 to $200,000 a coin very soon. I mean, they're projecting by next year, the latest. So you're talking millionaires in seconds, multimillionaires in seconds once that does that, in under a year, year's time, just from a small investment. Ethereum, ETH as well. That one is that's a very popular crypto. I bought that for under $80 not even a year ago. Now it's at $700 a coin. I bought a good amount of that one as well. Now XRP was just literally 47 cents over the weekend. It's already up like 12. And that doesn't sound much, but it's already up 12 cents. If you put a good chunk of money in there, you made a decent amount of money already.
Yeah,
Um,
I bought it at
you can't lose. You can't lose. There's literally no way you can lose.
50 cents. 50 cents.
Yeah. So, and just like I told you, it was going to drop a little more, which it did, and that's why I picked it up. And it got to 45 cents at one point, but
Yeah. Well,
that's like,
everybody that we were watching those videos. Remember, everybody was saying, "Wait until Tuesday. Wait until Tuesday."
yeah,
Because
Tuesday. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, they were getting a special leverage point to be in, like as a official cryptocurrency that day. That's why there were specials on buying it Sunday night. You got like automatically like 15,000 coins of something else. I forget which one it is, Spark something.
Right.
And that's like another one that's going to be popular. They give incentives to buy it on
That's
that
why.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously people buy and sell over the weekend and stuff, so it dropped a little bit, and then everyone's buying again. So, but XRP is going to be another one like Bitcoin. They project that to be over $1,000 in the next 12 months, like from
Yeah.
57 cents. Guys, like do the math. If you put in even a $500 investment, you really
That's
got
wild.
no way to lose that. Like there's really no way to lose. It's going up. It can't go down. And people that the problem with crypto and even trading stocks is, guys, you got to pay attention to one person or educate yourself and just do it. Don't sit there and go read all the comments. Don't believe in all the bullshit you read on all the articles. You got to listen to one person and just believe in that man. Don't like anything else. If you have a coach in bodybuilding, don't listen to 5 coaches at one time. Find the person you trust or figure it out yourself, like I did, and learn from somebody, and just hone in on the goal, and watch it yourself. It's not hard, to read some charts is not hard. It's just very time consuming, and you can see patterns very easily. I mean, that's all they're doing anyway. And looking for, the breaking news that's going to happen on different cryptos, the releases. Biden, now, I'm not a pro Biden fan by any means, but they are pro crypto. Right. And 2 guys in the cabinet are really pushing the crypto, society. So crypto's not going anywhere with their cabinet in our house. So with Trump, there was a little iffy area there at one point where crypto could have been kicked to the curb. But now that Trump's not going to be in office, this is a good benefit to take advantage of. Crypto is not going anywhere. I mean, not in my world, not my head or my world, because with China the way it is and how strong it is with crypto, you guys really can't lose out on it. So you could have made a ton of money already if you were just in Bitcoin, So,
right.
But and then now Bitcoin's even offering, if you're looking to like loan against your cryptocurrency, you could take loans out now against your crypto and not lose $1 of your investment as long as you pay it back. And they're doing up to like 20 grand now for 0%. So you can literally take a loan out if you have, 10 grand in Bitcoin or whatever, and take a loan out for your business against your cryptocurrency. So that's another thing people can do as well to get ahead. If they don't want to take their money out to use it for something, you can borrow against it. And if you don't pay it back, they just take your fucking coin. So,
right.
But that's also a good leverage point for some people to do if they don't want to take their money out of it and they want to keep making money on it.
Yeah, this goes back to your money making money for you. I mean, guys, this it's really not rocket science. There's a reason why people only get wealthier once they get a hold of a little bit of cash. You just got to be smart with it, right?
Yep.
Buy assets, don't buy liabilities, right?
Yeah. I think. Go ahead.
No, you say that to yourself over and over. Buy assets, don't buy liabilities. You got money sitting, go buy real estate. Go buy e-commerce automation.
Yep.
Put it in trading.
There's so many things you can do that, like, Fakri Mubrak is a good friend of mine in Adams, and he's also going into like a hard money area. I'm sure you know about that, Adam, right? Hard money lending.
Yeah.
Make big percentages on your money that way. Investments with real estate. Like I'm on 2 projects with him, which is a hands-off investment as well. A percentage of when these properties sell, apartments sell. There's just so many things we can go into. Obviously, we're going to go into more detail, but
right.
As far as the credit goes, you want to go back to that, or do you want to keep talking about Amazon stuff? You want to finish the Amazon conversation?
Yeah, no, I mean we took almost the whole show about Amazon, but I just wanted to basically explain the importance of leveraging your credit, and it doesn't have to be for Amazon. That was just an example, right?
That was an example. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else you want to touch base on.
No. Just of leveraging your credit, utilizing your credit, business to personal, and how letting your money work for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think there's especially nowadays, I was just talking this about with my business partner for the supplement business I have. We actually own a gym in PA that is like, it's like 75% done. We have members in there and whatnot, but we hired an architect to renovate it and go through the entire place. We're going to, bring in new flooring, new ceilings, new equipment. And we've been holding off since pretty much March. The place has been sitting like halfway done, but we haven't invested any more money on it because we're both like, with the way the shutdowns have been and everything else, things have been so inconsistent with laws and regulations. Like we literally are bulletproof with our online business. And for people that want to know a little bit more about what I'm doing, like I'm selling supplements. So people are always online shopping. It's bulletproof. They're going to spend money regardless if they're working or not. So it's like one of the very few things that you can sit there and say, okay, I don't have to worry about if a lockdown happens or if this happens. People are still going to shop and buy stuff, whether it's supplements or clothes or shoes or whatever the fuck you're selling.
Yeah.
E-commerce is not going anywhere, regardless of what happens. So
no, it's only getting bigger. So the time is now, and we keep preaching. You don't miss the boat, because I'm telling you, the future is all going to be online, and you're witnessing it right now. 2020 was a huge year for that because of the pandemic.
Yeah, if anything, the pandemic helped you guys that wanted to do an e-commerce business. If you haven't, like even with like telemedicine is something else I'm looking into. Literally, like their offices are and their regulations departments are pushing them to not have patients come in for anything. Like I had a recent doctor's appointment last week. I wasn't even allowed to go to the doctor's office. I had to do it from my cell phone. Yeah. So he's like literally did my appointment over the phone.
Everything is going to be through FaceTime. Everything is going to be through mail. So, guys, you're going to miss the boat. I'm telling you. So, jump in now while it's still growing. Because literally I've seen just from March, right? March was probably about the beginning of the pandemic, right? Yeah, when everything started shutting down. I can't tell you, just from my few online stores that I have between Amazon and Walmart, guess what my best-selling products were from March?
Mass, maybe?
Take a guess.
Toilet paper?
Yeah, because toilet paper was hard to find, right? Yeah. No, what happened in March? All the gyms closed, right?
Oh, yeah, gym equipment was big. I forgot about that.
Kettlebells, dumbbells, weight benches, weight vests, stationary bikes, selling.
You still can't get that stuff either, which is funny as hell.
And we're still selling it like crazy. You know, it just goes to show you got to take advantage of the situation. Even if it's a shitty situation, take advantage of them. I've had personal stores of mine that, clients of mine, where their gross revenue for the month of March, April, and May were consecutively over $300,000 per month.
Good Lord, dude!
Insane. And guess what? That's primarily due to the pandemic. As horrible as it sounds, it drove its own traffic. Damn. Nobody wanted to leave the house, and people still don't. They still don't.
No, it's like even my local plate, like gyms and stuff, they're empty, dude. Like they are empty.
Yeah, like, gyms are empty. Everybody wants to work out at home. How many people because I know a handful of mine that built out a gym in their garage.
Literally everyone's working from home now. Their offices don't even have them come in at all.
Yeah, yeah. So, they're working from home, and they built a gym, in their garage or their basement, and it's probably even better than the one they were working out at. They were paying for it, so that's pretty cool. But it changed a lot for sure.
Yeah, that was like my dream come true one day to work from home. So now it's like you have to.
Yeah, now you don't have a choice. What you and I are blessed to do that. I don't really have to go outside at all if I don't want to. Yeah. I didn't want to in New York, but at least now here there's palm trees outside and it's 80 degrees, so I'm a little more motivated to go outside.
Yeah, you're in a much better position we are now with 2 feet of snow on the ground.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it sucks here. It's fucking terrible. But
sorry to hear that.
I'm not gonna be here forever though. That's for damn sure.
No, you gotta take that leap of faith.
Trust me, it's not even a leap of faith. It's a leap. I'm doing it. I'm not staying here forever.
It's a leap. I know.
There's no way. Do you want to cover a question or not, or anything on there you want to do? Or
let me pull up. We could answer. Maybe we have time for 2 questions. Maybe.
You do like 1 or 2. It's fine. Okay. We don't want to put too much information out on one episode.
Can't give too much sauce away.
Yeah. Too much sauce.
How successful have you been with removing Chase charge-off accounts? Now, this is a kind of a generic question. It doesn't really, it really has no bearing to the bank that holds the charge-off, to removing that account. What really comes into play is the validity of the account belonging to you. How have you made previous payments already on the charge-off? Have you paid off the charge-off? And the balance owed on the charge-off. So say you had a credit card with Chase for $10,000 and you ran it up. You know, you were like Nick and you bought your fiance a $10,000 bag for Christmas and then never paid it off.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's going to be difficult removing a $10,000 balance from your account.
Yep.
It's not going to come off easily. So don't think you could just fuck the bank and, you know, rack up 10,000 and get away with it, because they're going to want their 10 grand one way or another. They're not going to be inclined to just remove it from your credit. It's not going to be as easy as a, you know, a 500, 1,500, 5,000 even, you know, balance. So a lot comes into play, but it really has nothing to do with the bank that holds it. So, and this person was specifically asking about Chase. It doesn't matter if it's Chase or Wells Fargo. It doesn't matter. It comes into play of payments that you've made already on it, and the balance of the card.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't understand the process in which it goes through either. They don't understand collections. They don't understand defaults, and you know, then they all panic because they get all these emails and letters and these threats, and you know, it sucks because people are just very misled and taken advantage of when it comes down to that stuff too. Mm-hmm. Especially like we talked about it. You mentioned that, right? If you do pay all the collections off, that's on your credit for 7 years, right?
7 years.
You do end up, yeah. So, that's all. Is there any other questions you want to go over?
Yeah, we can do one more. This is a question she asked. What advice would you give someone just starting out in the entrepreneurship space?
Advice?
Yeah. You have an answer to that one?
So when I first started, I was scared to spend money on having inventory. And that took me a while to kind of really adapt to, because I was always afraid if I wasn't going to sell it or not. But once I had a proven business, like a proven established business that every month I was selling X amount of units or whatever I was selling, I took the leap and I was like, I'm better off having inventory. If God forbid, maybe my manufacturer goes out of business or something happens with COVID, I'd rather have inventory to sell whatever product I'm selling than not have it, because without that opportunity, I can't make money at that point. So then I started to buy big lump sums of inventory, because now I'm like, I'm confident that I can sell X amount of units a month. So why am I not buying double that so I can last this much longer if something happens, or if there's a delay or something, anything could happen. So I started to really plan ahead. But in the beginning, while I was still, nurturing the business and building it, I didn't take those big leaps of buying inventory in the beginning because I was so scared. Because I was like, once if I can't sell this stuff, I'm going to be stuck with it. But once you have a proven track record of making money with something, guys, get the inventory, and so you have available inventory to be able to sell it. Because if you sell out, then you have no sales coming in. So now you're sitting there with your thumb up your ass and you can't make any money. So as long as you have a proven track record with the business, I think keep inventory in stock. Now you're able to run sales. If something happens, your manufacturer gets held up or shipping gets delayed. Like we've had so many FedEx issues and USPS issues during this COVID. That's the biggest hurdle we've had to overcome, because I'll order inventory even though I know them 3 weeks ahead or 4 weeks ahead. It sometimes comes like the day before we sell out of something, because the way USPS is and FedEx is. So right now you got to really be very strategic with inventory and staying ahead, because if you sell out of stuff right now, people are going somewhere else. They're not going to wait for you. So especially with the amount of people online now, you got to differentiate yourself from your competitors and be able to have inventory, offer selections, whatever you're selling, different sizes, whatever the fuck you're selling, flavors. Customer service is the most important thing as well. Servicing your customers, giving the customer support that they need. You're going to get a lot of annoying questions, and that's being very
nice,
light about it.
Being nice.
Yeah,
being nice.
You're going to get a lot of annoying, nagging people, but don't remember those people are spending money on your products and with you, so you have to be nice to them. There's some days I lose my mind, guys. Trust me, we're all human, but remember, you have to cater to them. If you're hands-on with your business like I am and I help everybody, you have to cater to them because they're trying to spend money on your site. You can't get mad at them and frustrated. As much as you want to like beat them over the head and tell them they're stupid, you
Yeah,
can't.
you're gonna have support issues, and it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in. I deal with it all day long, just from my
Yeah.
clients, both sides. And you say no question is a stupid question, right? But some of these questions are stupid.
Yeah, very dumb, very very dumb.
It
And
makes me
remember,
it makes me wonder where some of these people, just where their minds are at, where they
yeah,
come from.
and trust me, especially in the industry I'm in with supplements, guys, like you're gonna get tons of questions that are you're like, how does somebody not know that?
It's
Going to buy a product,
it's how you deal with it. But yeah, definitely customer support is going to be huge, no matter what kind of field you're in. But even if you're going to be, just somebody who invests in various opportunities, just don't stop, keep going. Even if you take a loss, take it on the
Yeah,
chin.
there's gonna be
Learn from it and keep moving forward, because there's always going to be opportunities that do work out, and those are going to pay off way better than the ones that you took a loss from. So the only person that becomes successful is the one that keeps moving forward. So no matter how many steps back you take, how many times you get knocked back down, is how many you get back up. So just keep going. That's one rule that I've always dealt with, because I've taken many steps back. Just keep moving forward.
Guys, when you're running, just the last thing, when you're running an online store, you're gonna run into a lot of issues with user interfaces, the platform. You're gonna have issues with your Shopify, WooCommerce, with your ShipStation. There's gonna be connecting issues. There's gonna be bugs on your website. You got to do update. You need to have a tech. This is very hard, real advice for you guys to listen to. You need a tech that's willing to be able to help you on the spot when something goes wrong. If you're not able to do it yourself, to diagnose the problem and fix it, because every time your website's down, that's money you're not seizing that money, those sales that you're losing. So I have two guys. I have a guy that's on with me 24/7. I have a backup guy that just is literally there. And if God forbid something happens with my site that I can't fix myself, because you need to have levels to that. Like I have level 1 support myself. If I can't do it, my other guy does it. If he can't do it, the other guy does it. Or if he's busy and sleeping, the other guy does it. You know what I mean? So those things are like critical when running an online business, because if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you're going to have headache after headache, and they're going to happen all the time. It's inevitable. You're not going to run a perfect. It's not like I'm going to put a website up and it's perfect. That never happens. Like there's never a time where I ran a website where there was no issues with, the interface or the platform you're on, logistic issues. There's always something. So you got to be able to problem solve and not freak out and get stressed over it like it's the end of the world. You got to be able to handle it.
Yeah, for sure.
If not, this is not for you. Just go work for somebody and let them deal with it, because the job is never over. It's a 24-hour a day job.
24 hours, but just know it will be worth it. So just keep going.
It's like you have two daughters. That's a 24-hour job. Like you can't take your eyes off them and just give up on them and not feed them and let them and not nurture them. That's why people call their business their baby, because it's a 24-hour a day job, 7 days a week. It's never off. You have to attend to it whenever you can, whenever there's an issue or whatever the case may be. So, I think that's a very important thing for people to realize that,
for sure.
But I think that's good for this week. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that we covered a lot. We transitioned from the last episode and kind of went forward a little bit, but I think we got a lot of important topics covered, and broadening our subject from credit to business, right?
Yeah, I think if we didn't talk about it earlier in the episode, remember that we do have a special going on, 60% off on full credit repair. That's gonna cover a full credit wipe. We have all the details if you want to look at it on the website. If you're looking to sign up, you can go to nickstruecredit.com.
Anybody that wants to take advantage of, just for our listeners, 60% off. Credit wipes, we take off. We remove anything from charge-offs, collections, late payments, inquiries, bankruptcies, child support, medical bills, student loans. You know it. You name it. We can get it off.
Yeah.
So reach out to Nick. He'll answer any questions you have. Or you can reach out to me directly. and we get things rolling. 2021, make this year the year.
Yeah, guys, you got about, what's today's date? The 20th. You got 11 days left in this year to plan to kick off till January 1st and move forward. And don't think this is. I just had this conversation with somebody today. 2021 is not starting off on a good foot. So be prepared for more lockdowns. Be prepared to be home. Be prepared to be shopping online. Find an angle for yourself.
Right.
Figure it out.
Don't think the clock is going to strike midnight and all of a sudden we're going to go back to 2019 because
I think we're going to be along for a little bit longer on this ride, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And we have a new president coming into office, so seize the opportunity while you can, guys. If you guys need any help with anything, you can reach out to us anywhere. And that's it for today, guys. I appreciate you guys listening. Peace out.